Good morning, friends. We're making bagels this morning. This recipe makes 8 bagels. 4 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1.5 teaspoon salt. I used pink Himalayan. 1 tablespoon oil, 2 teaspoons yeast, and 1.25 to 1.5 cups warm water. When you're mixing this, you'll notice it'll take a minute or so for everything to come together. And the extra water that you have, if your dough is too dry, you can add it in. And I added too much, and you'll see I have to add a little bit of flour to kind of even it back out. And it worked. Since I added that a little amount of flour, you can see the dough just kind of holds itself together in a ball. That's what we're looking for. This dough is a really heavy, thick dough. So expect that when it's complete. So you're going to transfer your dough onto a floured surface. There's really no need to knead it, but we're going to cut it into 8 equal sections, and then we're going to roll them or form them into balls and cover them up and let them rest for 15 minutes. So they've risen a little bit, not a whole lot. At this stage, they don't rise too much. That's when we're in the next stage, you'll see. So just flatten them a little bit, poke a hole in the middle, and manipulate them so you form them into a bagel shape. And then when that's complete, we're going to cover them up and let them rest again for another 20 minutes. Also, if you make the center hole too big, it's okay, because when they cook, they're going to rise and they're going to fill in anyways. So now you're going to let them rest for another 20 minutes. And while they're resting, you're going to want to get your oven warmed up to 425 degrees and get a pot of boiling water ready to go. So once your 20 minutes has passed, you're going to put these in and let them boil on each side for 1 minute each. And then transfer them to a lined baking sheet. At this point, you could maybe sprinkle some everything bagel seasonings on the top. They're kind of sticky and tacky, so I think those seasonings would stick. Or you could add other flavorings, but at this point, they are ready to bake. And right here, they've baked for 10 minutes. And then I flip them, put them back in the oven for another 5 minutes. And right here, we're pulling them out and they're done. They just need to be transferred to a cooling rack to cool. and I cut one in half. I toasted half of it for you to see, and it's crispy and it's good. I think once you make homemade bagels, you won't want to go back to store-bought. These are crispy on the outside and soft on the inside.